Coach, Tyler Haith has been your Sunday starter the last 2 weeks. What have you kind of seen from him, and is that maybe the plan going forward to have him be that Sunday starter?
Jamie, where we are right now is obviously we got Brandon, we got Zane, and Newstrom, and just in terms of guys that have been really consistent or know exactly what they are. Even a Kometko who's been kind of a 1-to-1 guy ratio-wise. Hawkins has been awesome. Will's kind of been pretty consistent. Haft is one of those guys, Jamie, who's just – we are hunting guys in the program and really want to make that statement that if you compete and are fearless and if you get hit, you get hit, but obviously with our walk numbers being where they were, we went into a rut there early. They're getting better, but we're still giving too many free passes. So Haft is just one of those guys who's a freshman. He's not scared. His breaking ball is good enough. His change is good enough. He's got enough fastball. There's sink on it at times. He's tough. So he's kind of that guy right now on Sunday, kind of him or Hawkins. And, but for us, Jamie, it's just been going into each weekend. It's just, we're gonna do everything we can to win a series. And if we need Haft on the weekends or prior to Sunday, we'll use him if the spot's right to win a series because we're still in this thing. And, the pack is so wide open right now. It's like, we're gonna do everything we can to win it, but really proud of Tyler. He's been up a little bit and all that, but he competes and we love it.
Do you see him as maybe being down the line a projectable weekend starter, or do you see that maybe he might be more of a bullpen role, or is it just kind of too early to tell with that?
It's probably too early, but I think more importantly, not being too early is just, I think he could do both down the road. He's a Washington product who's not scared and he loves the program and he's team first integrity guy. He's young. He's got a whisker on his face yet. And, but the fastball's up to 93 and good breaking ball. He really could be both roles moving forward. So that's exciting for us, to have a local product and a freshman who, we feel like has got certainly a bright future ahead of him on the mound.
You talked about the walks. Do you think some of that just comes from the youth, or do you think there's something that the pitchers aren't doing when they're on the mound?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Clags works mental game and, obviously Clags is an outstanding pitching coach and we just have a split. You got Mills who's got great command. You got Hawkins with solid command. We have a lot of guys in the program who are kind of one inning, a little bit of max effort, and that's why I think if you look at our numbers, Jamie, it's like we have high strikeout, we have high walks, and then we also have like high batting average. And when you look at those numbers and you combine that triangle, it's typically decent stuff, some swing and miss stuff, but also, can't live where you need to live. Thirds, corners, early count pitchability, all those things. And I think that's collectively, we have a lot of that in the bullpen. So moving forward, just going to consistently and continuously try to just improve on that. But that's really the combo for us is we have a lot of one inning guys who go at it hard and we need to find more pitchability and command moving forward. And we will, but in the short term, it's just run guys in and out of there and watch Mike Newstrom set the all-time school record for appearances. He's been nails. But we need more guys to be able to pitch and we have it. We have a few and we need more.
How much has defense been an emphasis in practice the last couple of weeks with some of the errors piling up, especially against Utah?
I think at Utah there was just some sloppy mistakes. We made some silly lack of legitimate concentrated mistake. And then the other thing, Jamie, I think with us defensively, where the numbers are a touch skewed, is we're not where we want to be athletically. There's in conference play, you see infield singles, or our pitcher gets, we've had quite a few of the in between and we make the play on the run and it takes us 5-6 steps to get there instead of it taking 4 if you're the opposition. And I think we've seen plenty of that. We still make too many mistakes on the mound, with Chuck one away. But for us, from an emphasis standpoint, we pound defense and we'll do the same thing again today. And, pitcher hitter competition and ground ball outfield versus infield competition. And then we of course do our 4-spot fungo routine every day and individual defense and we pound it. But I think more importantly, it's our guys doing a better job of, if we don't have a play, just leave it alone and then let's minimize on the mound. And you see that when the fastball's not quite firm enough. You see that when the breaking ball's not quite good enough, or you see that on the infielder who the first step of the athleticism might not just be where it needs to be. And guys press, you overthrow it, or you throw it on the run when he's safe. And I just think we have a little of that right now, and we're trying to control it.
And then Jacob McKeon's really emerged as one of your guys' kind of big three in the order. Talk about him a little bit, a JUCO guy. Did you kind of see him being this productive right away?
No, I love saying that, with guys. It's like talking about Nick Gonzalez being a first rounder and saying, yeah, we saw that coming. No, we didn't. If we would have, we would have given him a full ride. But, Jacob, that's a great story. And I'm really glad you asked about him, because Jacob was a guy in the fall who was, kind of teetering on, not sure what his role is going to be. He was fighting all fall. We had hoped for it. Coach Davis really liked him in the recruiting process. Physical, good junior college program, hard worker. And we saw him really developing over his time at junior college in terms of his swing. But did we see that coming? No. He worked really hard in the fall. He was fortunately one of the guys who was able to come out here and stay away from a COVID or a sickness or anything. So we got a lot of reps in the fall. Came back in the spring better. He really put the work in over the break. His swing flattened out. His balance flattened out. And then here's a pinch hit. Here's a quality at bat. Here's another pinch hit. Here's another quality at bat. Next thing you know, there's 10 or 11 at bats, and 9 of them are quality. Give him a spot start. Same thing, 4 quality at bats. Give him another one, and then boom, we can't take him out of the lineup. It's an awesome story of work, but it's also another one of those Pac-12 stories about you need to be physical, you need to be strong, you need to take care of your body, because you've got to have the ability to see the ball of the hand, recognize in flight, and make later decisions. And he's kind of done all that for us. So now a mainstay in left, and there's other guys on the bench we'd like to get in, but McKeon just won't let it happen.
And then lastly, obviously outside of your key few that we see kind of on a day-to-day basis, have there been any guys that maybe in practice have really kind of stood out that just have to take that next step at some point to get to an everyday player that maybe are really excelling though on the practice diamond?
Yeah, Jones is the one. I mean, the guy's lighting up BP. He's got good numbers. He's one of those guys we would just like to get in there more, and we just have to figure out how to force it. But when Peterson's hitting 330 in pack play, and McKeon's 400, and Vandy's, lighting it up right now. Montez, we have an offense right now where it's really, really tough to crack it. Keith Jones would be that guy right now who's just really practicing well. He's getting better defensively. His body is leaning up. He's just doing a really good job, and we haven't been able to get him in there. Stancato, the freshman, Swartz is taking really hard or quality of bats in practice. And, but I think Keith is probably that one who's really, knocking on it, and we've just got to get it. You see it, Jamie, every time he gets a pinch hit, it's quality of bat. It's like every time. But at the same time, we've got some older guys who are just performing as well. Offensively, we're doing pretty good right now. So we got to keep that going, and let's see if we can get better on the mound and see if we can get right back in the middle of this thing.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Jamie.
All right, Skip, 2 quick questions. Can you talk a little bit more about some offense? Maybe Jake Meyer and Justin Vandenbrake have heated up these last couple weekends, and now you've also added Kyle Russell, who's shown some signs of, kind of, you knew what you were going to get out of him, but he was banged up a little bit, but he's kind of heated up too. So talk about those 3 guys and what they've been doing the last couple weeks.
Yeah, Vandy, Vandy was scuffling a little bit, and gave him literally told him, hey, Vandy, you need to watch, man, and clear your head, and just you're a good player, and you've been a good player for us in this program, and just watch, and you might get a pinch hit late, but just clear your head and watch. And God, he came back, and he's been unconscious. He had an unbelievable Arizona series and really quality at bats, but he's a leadership council guy, and he's tough, and he works hard, and but he's really heating it up, and so that's been really, really positive to see. Meyer, same thing. I think he's raised his average 30 or 40 points, and both of those guys are in pack play, are doing way better, and they're just getting better, and it always comes down to the same thing as a hitter, is letting it travel, using the big part of the field, using the opposite side of the field, shortening your swing up, not trying to do too much. staying in the process, pitch to pitch, all those just things that are just so elementary, but very challenging to do on a daily basis. They're doing a good job of it. And then Russell, here's a freshman with a couple of 10 pitch at bats, against a really good Arizona staff. And he's just growing up in front of us, and it's really fun to watch. He made a mechanical adjustment last week with his stride. He went from toe to leg lift, and he seems to be more comfortable with that. And he's putting it together. So we got a good lineup right now. We just got to keep that going and maintain those quality at bats. And when the game starts, put your head down and hit play and grind until it's over, and then hit stop, look up, and see where we are.
And then finally, another big weekend in the Pac-12. The race is kind of wide open. Everyone's kind of beating up on each other, but a big weekend for a big opportunity for you guys at Cal.
Yeah, Cal, just like everyone else in the league, is really talented. They pose some issues for us. They're really left-handed at the plate. And they've got some really nice arms. They got some guys they've got big velocity, and they've got stuff. And we know it's going to be another great challenge in the Pac. This conference is awesome. And it's just so fun to be a part of it and to compete in it. And it's fun for our guys too, just, where we are, we're sitting at 5-10, and, we've had leads 3-4 times late in games, and you go, God, we could be 8-7, 7-8, and absolutely right in the middle of this thing. And we scored 35 runs against Arizona in 3 games here. We're competing hard. Dugout's been great. Defense has been fine. We need to play better defense at Cal, but we're right in the middle of it, and we're excited about it. So, but the great thing about the league right now is it's still, everybody's really bunched up. So, a good weekend here or there, next thing you know, you're right in the middle of it. And the way the RPI looks right now, the Pac could maybe get 6 teams in to the postseason. So we're plugging along. I know the biggest thing we're chasing right now is just getting better and improvement every day. Individually, guys getting better each and every day. And then also for us, just chasing a winning record for the first time, obviously shortened last year, but, a full season winning record. That's really important to our program, that we can put one of those on the board and continue to show progress and growth and movement towards our goals, which is getting this place back to the postseason. So we'll keep grinding and plugging along, but yeah, great opportunity for us this weekend in Cal. And we're excited to get going.
All right. I think that's all the questions we have, Coach. So thanks again for your time, and good luck this weekend at Cal.
Okay. Thanks, Bobby. Go Cougs.